At what age did you begin taking birth control?
I actually just started at age 20 about 4 months ago.
Alrighty. At what age would you say do you remember like receiving your first smartphone?
I think I got my first smartphone, like BlackBerry, at age 17.
What about like your first iPhone?
iPhone I got when I was 18 in freshman year of high school, freshman year of college.
Alright. Do you have a daily alarm set on your phone, like reminding you to take your birth control?
Yes, my birth control alarm goes off every night at 10 p.m.
Alright, and why that time?
I chose that time because I wake up at different times in the morning, but usually I'm up until 10 o'clock mostly every night, and usually at that time I'm home so I can remember to take it.
Like within the alarm, like on your phone, like what do you or what symbols like do you have like next to it?
When my alarm goes off, I have it says birth control, and I have a pill next to it.
So like what are those? So why do you have those like symbols? Like is it like funny or
I don't think it's funny. I just
like just like is it like a symbolic like meaning?
I guess I just chose the pill because birth control is a pill, but I just wanted something next to it, so I didn't really know what else to put. That was in my phone, I guess. That's why I chose.
Alrighty. So like when you see the alarm go off, do you like immediately like see the symbol or do you like read the words? Because do you have like alarms for like other stuff on your phone?
I have my alarm when I wake up, but that's kind of a different time every day, so this isn't the only alarm that goes off every day. And it says birth control with the symbol pops up, and then if I don't have it on me, I usually go and get it right away, because if not, then I'll forget.
Alright. Would you remember to take your birth control if you didn't have a smartphone?
Absolutely not. No way. Even if I don't get up and get it right away and I wait like 20 minutes, I'll forget to take it, or if I'm out and if I forget to bring it with me and my alarm goes off, I'm like, oh, I forgot my birth control again, but I would definitely not remember to take it without my smartphone.
Yeah, that was like one of my other questions. Like say your birth control alarm on your phone goes off and you don't have your birth control, what do you do?
If there's no way for me to get it, then I just have to double up the next day and take 2 the next night. It's not like ideal, but it's the only solution.
Alright. What's your definition of like birth control?
I would say it's like a way to be safe, to not have babies, and also regulate like my menstrual cycle.
Alright. So it's unless you're like going out at night, you said like you always carry your birth control and your phone with you?
Usually I've gotten better with it. When I first started, I forgot, but now if I'm like going out, I usually put it in my purse if I don't know for a fact that I'm going to be home at 10 o'clock.
Alright. Do you feel like your birth control alarm and pills like interfere with your day-to-day life or like kind of like interject?
Sometimes it's annoying because if I'm like doing something in the middle of a conversation, I have to get up and like go get it. And it can be like awkward, like, oh, gotta take my birth control. But other than that, I would say no, because it benefits me more than it like bothers me. So.
Alright. And that's kind of like one of my other questions. Like, are you embarrassed when your birth control alarm goes off? Or maybe does it depend, like, who's in the room?
Yeah, it depends who's in the room. Like, most of the time it doesn't bother me because mostly I'm, like, with my friends or family. But if I am, like, out with other people or, like, people I'm not used to, it's like, why is your alarm going off at 10 o'clock at night? It's kind of, like, weird and, like, it is a little awkward for me at times because I don't really like to talk about that kind of stuff. So, most of the time it's not, but it can be weird.
Right. And is there ever a time, like, say, like, when you get older and you start, like, as you get older, maybe you have to take, like, more pills and the such, like, do you think, like, you'll be using, like, alarms on your phone to, like, remind you to take pills, like?
I think I will because I'm really forgetful. Like, even when I'm sick, I'll sometimes forget to, like, take my antibiotic or something. So I think I'll definitely set alarms for other pills in the future.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much. At what age did you begin taking birth control?
I first started taking birth control probably my freshman year of college.
All right. At what age did you receive your first smartphone?
Got my first smartphone.
Like your first maybe like iPhone?
Got my first iPhone actually last year.
Last year. All right. And do you have a daily alarm on your phone reminding you to take your birth control every day?
Yes, I do.
All right. And what time is it for?
It's for 5:15.
Like at night?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any like symbols or like that accompany like the alarm, like emojis?
No. I just have a caption that just says birth control and that's it.
All right. And like a lot of girls do have like they have like the baby emoji or like the pill like symbol or whatever. So like, do you just have the words?
I just have the words and that's it.
Like,
no pictures, no emojis.
All right. Do you think you would remember to take your birth control if you didn't have like your smartphone?
I think I would. At first, when I originally got the birth control, I never used a daily alarm, but then I just figured at least, I might as well, why not? I do consciously, like, take the birth control without the alarm, so then sometimes I'll turn the alarm off, like, after I take my medicine.
Right.
Because I already took it and I didn't need it.
All right. And what's, like, your definition of birth control?
My definition, the best form of protection. I don't know, if you're going to have sex, then definitely be on birth control. Otherwise, you're asking for it.
Alrighty. And do you carry your phone and your birth control with you, like, everywhere you go?
No, I only carry my phone. My birth control stays at home. And that's the most annoying part because sometimes I'll be out and I won't have my birth control on me. So, like, whatever I do at 5:15, I have to, like, think about it prior, probably, like, even at 2 or something, and think about what I'm doing at 5 o'clock and if I'm going to need the medicine wherever I go.
All right. So that kind of goes along with, like, if your birth control, say, like, the alarm goes off on your phone and you don't have the birth control with you, like, what do you do? Do you, like, go home and get it?
Then I'll hit the snooze button and it'll just, I think the snooze button is, like, 8 minutes, but I'll just keep hitting it until I actually eventually get it.
So until, like, you get home?
Yeah, but there have been times where I just have turned the alarm off and have completely forgotten to take it, so that's why I hit the snooze button.
And if you forget to take it, do you, like...
If I forget, then I just take 2 the next day, but I really don't like doing that.
Why don't you like doing?
I don't know, you should just be taking 1 every single day, not doubling up, because that just I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Alright. Are you, like, embarrassed when your birth control alarm goes off?
No.
Or, like...
No.
So, like, it could go off and you'll be like, oh, it's birth control time. And then...
If someone were to look at my phone and see the birth control caption come up, then yeah. And that actually happened to me, like, last week or so. But, not everyone knows it's for birth control.
Oh, yeah. Because what is it? Oh, yeah. What does it actually say? The thing?
My caption?
Yeah.
It says, do not get pregnant.
So if someone else saw it,
if someone else saw it, then yes, they would know exactly what it meant. But if I had it myself, and I just chuckled.
All right. And do you feel like your birth control alarm, or like, or the pills, like, interfere with your day-to-day life, like?
No, not really. There have been times where I just have, like, I had, like, a period of time when I just literally did not take my birth control because I just keep forgetting, not even.
At what age did you begin taking birth control?
So bad with it.
I started at age 15.
That affected me health-wise, but.
At what age did you receive your first smartphone? All right, cool. Thank you.
Well, probably around the same time. I think I had my first smartphone at 16.
All right. And do you have a daily alarm on your phone reminding you to take your birth control?
Yeah, I take it every day at 10 o'clock, and my alarm goes off.
10 o'clock at night?
Night, yeah.
All right. And what, like, symbol or symbols, if you have any, like, accompany your birth control alarm?
Well, I have a baby emoji, a pill emoji, and a giant red X emoji.
And what exactly, like, are emojis? Like, what?
They're little symbols that our smartphone has.
All right. And so, like, are those, like, those like symbolic to you, like in some way when the alarm goes off, or?
Yeah, because it reminds me that it's a pill and that I don't want children right now.
All right. And would you say like the symbols in general help you to remember to take your like birth control, or do like you read like the actual text like that pops up?
No, I just know that when my alarm goes off, because it's one of the only ones I have, so I just know it's meaning to take birth control.
All right. Would you remember to take your birth control if you didn't have a smartphone?
No, not at all. I would always forget.
So have you always, as long as you've been on birth control, have you always like done the alarm thing?
No, in the beginning I didn't have an alarm, and I'm pretty sure that's why I always forgot to take it. And then once I used like sticky notes to remind myself, but that didn't work. So when I got my smartphone, I made sure to put an alarm on it.
All right. What's your definition of birth control?
To regulate your menstrual cycle and to not have babies.
Alrighty. Do you feel like you, if you don't have your phone with you, or no, if you have your phone with you and your birth control alarm goes off and you don't have your actual birth control with you, what do you do?
I freak out, but then I know that I just have to make sure I remember to take it the next day, like double up on it.
Double up?
Yeah.
Alright, so when your alarm goes off, do you remember, like, oh,
Yeah,
have to,
then
like,
I'm
double
like,
up?
oh, I have to remember to do this.
Alright. And do you, like, do you feel like your birth control alarm, like, in your pills, like, interfere with your day-to-day life, or?
It's annoying, because if I'm not with my pills, like if I'm somewhere else, like at a friend's house, then it's like, oh, I have to go get it, I have to make sure I have to take it. But other than that, not really.
And do you ever feel, like, embarrassed when your birth control alarm goes off, or how do you feel, or, like, does it depend who you're around?
Not anymore, because I've been taking it for so long. But I guess if I'm around, like, a large group of people in public, it's kind of like, oh, I have to go take birth control. It's kind of weird taking pills in public.
And then what was, you were telling me before, like, your story, like, with your family or something?
Oh, yeah. My phone is also hooked up to my family's phone with iCloud. So when my alarm would go off, everyone in my house would get the same alarm. So my dad thought it'd be a great idea to set another alarm 10 minutes later reminding me again to take birth control.
So, like, even, say, like, you were up at school, and then, like, your family's back home, like, even though you're not in the house, like, they know you're about to, like, take your birth control?
Yeah, they would know. It's like a joke now that they know 10 o'clock I have to take my birth control.
So it's not even, like, a private matter? It's
No,
just like
not at all. My little brother reminds me to take it.
All right. And... All right, and that's about it. Thanks.